Have you ever looked up at the sky and whispered, "Why me?" You try to live a kind life. You help others, speak gently, and avoid harming anyone. And yet, life throws storms your way. Pain, loss, struggles. You wonder, why do bad things happen to good people? This question has echoed in the hearts of many. But over 2,500 years ago, under the Bodhi tree, the Buddha found an answer, not through denial, but through deep observation. He realized a truth we often resist. Life contains suffering, not because we're bad or because we deserve it, but because suffering is a part of being human, a part of life itself. The Buddha didn't say suffering only visits the wicked or spares the virtuous. He saw suffering as universal. But when we're in pain, we feel alone. We believe no one else could possibly understand this depth of hurt. That's where illusion begins. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha says, "All beings tremble before danger. All fear death." Put yourself in the place of others. We're not as alone as we think. Every person carries their own unseen burdens. The Buddhist path doesn't deny pain. It teaches us how to face it with clarity, compassion, and strength. There's a famous story from the Buddha's life. A young mother, Kisa Gotami, lost her only child. Grief-stricken, she refused to accept the boy's death. Carrying her child's lifeless body, she went from house to house, begging for medicine. Eventually, she reached the Buddha. He said, "Yes, I can help. But first, bring me a handful of mustard seeds from a household where no one has ever died." Hopeful, she went searching, but every home she visited had known loss. By the end of the day, she realized, death does not choose randomly. It comes for all. She returned to the Buddha, not with seeds, but with understanding. He didn't bring her child back to life. He brought her heart back to peace. This is the teaching of the first noble truth. There is suffering. Only by accepting it can we begin to transform it. We often pray for suffering to go away, hoping tomorrow it'll vanish. But pain isn't a punishment, it's part of existence. The Buddha didn't promise to take away our pain. He offered something deeper, the ability to understand it. In knowing that suffering touches all lives, we soften our bitterness. And from that place of compassion, healing begins. Here's a gentle shift in perspective. What if your suffering isn't a curse, but a teacher? Think of it like learning to swim. You don't master the water by staying dry. You must step into it. Feel the fear of sinking before you learn how to float. Challenges build the strength we didn't know we had. The Buddhist way is not to avoid suffering, but to cultivate the mind that can withstand it. As the Buddha taught, by oneself is evil done. By oneself is one defiled. By oneself is evil left undone. By oneself is one purified. Purity and impurity depend on oneself. So next time suffering knocks, don't ask, "Why me?" Instead, ask, "What is this here to teach me?" Not every pain has an answer, but every pain can open a door. And remember, good things happen to good people too. Yes, sometimes it seems the cruel prosper while the kind suffer. But life unfolds by its own laws. Karma, cause and effect. What we do, think and choose in this moment shapes the next. So rather than resist what comes, we learn to meet it with wisdom. And in doing so, we begin to break free. May you come to see suffering not as a punishment, but as part of this great human journey. May your mind grow strong, your heart grow still, and your soul rest in peace, no matter the storm. Because in the stillness of understanding, we are never alone. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.